decimated from the earth. We cannot live like that. Even if they are not going to be decimated, I prophesied that in 40 days. So I'm going to wait in a corner. This is day 1. So you mean, Prophet Jonah, you mean Ma, sir, you watching me, you listening to me, you're going to sit down for 39 days, leave everything you want to do in life, you're just waiting to hear of somebody's downfall. You're waiting to hear that somebody has gone down. You can rejoice. No, 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 Ma, no, sir. Please, friend, wherever you are, whoever you are, watching me in this country, on YouTube, or wherever in the world, no. We must rather learn to pick people up and help them up, because there's a verse in the Bible that goes like this, that the person who thinks he is standing, take care lest he fall. You may be laughing at somebody, but you are standing on a slippery sand. You may not know. You may not know. We have this proverb in an African language that only a fool laughs at his neighbor's house on fire, because the fire may just come to your own side. And so Jonah should have said, well, thank God, but he said, God, kill me. Kill me. I don't want to see it. Or I'm going to wait for 40 days. And while he was smoke is coming from his eyes. The place is hot. Then God now planted a small plant to go over his head and give him shade. And when he got the shade, he was happy. He was smiling. I think that's selfish. And ladies and gentlemen, we are not talking about Prophet Jonah. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us as Gambians and people from other countries. Do we love celebrating people going down? Do we do what we call the PhD syndrome? Pull him down, pull her down, pull them down? What is it that informs you to think that your light is going to be brighter when you put everybody else's light off? No, it's not going to be any brighter. The reason we drive cars and we have 3 mirrors helping us, one on the left or the right depending on where we drive, and one in the middle, and they're all helping us to look backwards because we do not have eyes behind our head. We have blind spots. We have people who need to help us, people who watch out for us. The total prosperity of our lives is God and people around us that help us. It's not you alone. You are not good enough. None of us is as good as all of us put together, going in the same direction, I might add. And so the plant came and he rejoiced. And it's as if God was playing with him. So God appointed a worm to eat the plant. And then the scorching sun came. And he was angry again. And he said, I want to die again. So all he wanted to see really is let these people be destroyed. Are you like that? Am I like that? As a people, as a nation, are we like that? In your offices, are you like that? You want a job and it's been advertised. You want it. You've been told all the requirements. Have you stopped at that? And have you gone to rehearse for the written exam, rehearse for the verbal exam, or have you taken a trip to some village in and out of your country to talk to some man or some woman to make sure the next candidate falls down, his mouth gets bent, he dies on the way to the interview room? Is that what we want? Can we really look at ourselves and sleep at night with our consciences knowing that we have been the cause of people's downfall? We have engineered their death. No. No. The God who himself said he was going to destroy them was the God that forgave them. So when the plant was eaten by the worm, then Jonah said, God, kill me. I can't take this. Then God said to him, Jonah, do you have a right? And as I end this series, that's a question I'm going to be asking. Do you have a right? You know, there's a scripture in the 4th gospel of the Bible, John, a popular story about a woman caught in adultery. She was caught in the very act. They dragged her to Jesus Christ, caught in the act. So let your mind go as wild as it can go. And they said, Moses said we should stone all adulterers. Here were the men dragging this woman. They never dragged the man who was committing the adultery with her. They dragged the woman. And they were right by law. The only thing was that they forgot that the law went like this, that the person who has no sin is the one that is qualified to stone the woman. So Jesus Christ bent down and was writing, and then looked up and said to them, the law is right. Let he or him or her or she that is without sin be the first to throw the stone at the woman. Woman is down on the ground feeling terrible for what she has done because she's guilty, she's sinful. Adultery means sexual relations with somebody's wife or husband. So one of the two of them was married. And then they all had their stones ready to stone this woman according to the law. And when Jesus Christ made that statement, he had stones drop one by one, but not on the woman's body, but on the ground. And when he finally looked up to talk to the woman, everybody had disappeared, because everybody's conscience each condemned them. That you are only shouting at this woman because she was caught, but you do your own quietly. You do your own in secret. You steal, you cheat, you destroy, you lie, you undermine, you hide appointment letters. You do so many things, but you come out openly and look good. So Jesus Christ said, stone her. And their conscience condemned them. And they dropped the stones and went away. And Jesus asked her, where are your accusers? Does not anybody condemn you? She said, no. Then Jesus said, I do not condemn you either, but make sure you sin no more. I believe that that woman went and lived her life for God, because as she got up and looked at all those stones on the floor, she knew that she had brushed death by a hair's breadth. And I don't think she was going back to that lifestyle. For Nineveh as a city, they had been forgiven. For Jonah as a prophet, he had been forgiven. So therefore, do we have a right? Do you have a right? Even when in terms of your professional capacity, as a pastor I can discipline, as a parent you can discipline, as a law enforcement agent you can do things, as a judicial officer you can do things, as anybody with any kind of oversight or authority, you can approve somebody's leave letter, you can approve their sick leave. As a doctor you can write things. All those are functional roles. But I don't go home and sleep in bed as a doctor. I sleep as a man if I were a doctor, a father, a husband. A lot of these things, because he's a policeman, because he's policing, is not in buying food. It's all delegated and functional responsibilities. So at a point in time he's in authority, at a point in time somebody else is in authority. There is a place where he can say no to people. There are many other places where other people can say no to him. And chances are what you sow is what you are going to reap. So even in the carrying out of official responsibility, there must be mercy, there must be graciousness, because there is a tomorrow which you do not know. Do you have a right? Do I have a right? Those of us who it appears that people's destinies are in our hands, we can sign and they get a visa. We can choose we don't like them and they don't get a visa. We can choose to fail them in an examination. We can doctor the interview figures because we want another candidate and not them. All these games we play, we can become nepotistic, tribalistic, racial, gender, and all that. Sumajarbar, my cousin's child, we can do all that. Remember, you are not God. You are not finite. One day, it may be somebody else's turn. Prophet Jonah's life has many lessons for me and for you and for us all. And my prayer, my heart's desire is that we all learn these lessons, look back, critically analyze our lives, be introspective, use this 10-part series like a mirror, check where I am wrong, where I am right, where I can improve upon myself, where I am less than charitable to people, where I am also charitable to people, where I know that I know that I know that I know I have offended people, I have been wrong, I have blocked people, I have lied about them, or I have, on the other hand, over-celebrated them.